months, we've seen a lot of jobs coming, a lot of jobs going. It can create a whole lot of uncertainty when it comes to the job market. So here to give us what they're seeing as trends for our area are Will Graham of Graham Personnel Services and Fred Henry Jr., Deputy Director of Guilford Works. So, hey, Fred, let's kind of start with you. You've got like a snapshot of what's going on in the Triad and the state when it comes to unemployment numbers and who's hiring.
Sure. So unemployment is still relatively low. It's probably down 2/10 since last month. And looking about 4.1% compared to the nation. If we're even, the state is below 4%. So there are jobs across the board, especially when we look at the education and healthcare sectors and even manufacturing, some of the jobs you mentioned. When we look specifically at healthcare and the education sectors, you don't have to be a doctor or nurse. It's not only clinical positions. So when we look at those large systems, they hire across the board, whether it's retail, frontline staff, and accountants and so forth. And the school system's the same. So there are jobs out here, and just plug into either Graham or Guilford Works to tap into it.
All right, well, speaking of that, so Will, I mean, your business places people in jobs all over the nation, right here in the state. What are you seeing as the trend? Because I think a lot of people, you know, for like 1 week, they're going to hear about all these businesses coming. And then for another week, they hear about all these businesses letting people go.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a roller coaster, right? So I think, and we tend to maybe hear the negative a little more than the positive. And look, it's certainly going on right now. There's a little bit of uncertainty, but overall, the state of North Carolina is beating the United States in job growth. So things look very bright. We have about 200 job openings right now. And I bet in about 2 months, we'll have 400 more. But overall, North Carolina is winning employers. We're bringing them in. The folks that do that are doing a very good job.
All right, well, let's just kind of stay on that same roll. I know that you have like specific jobs that are opening. Let's talk about those direct hires and the money for those direct hire jobs.
Yeah, you bet. So these direct hire jobs are typically difficult to fill, and we have over 20 maintenance tech position openings here in the Triad. Those pay between $50,000 and $65,000. Some supervisor manager openings paying between about $60,000 and $120,000. Office professional openings around $45,000 to $65,000, and HR professional openings, we have 2 of those in the $50,000 to $90,000 range. So it is there are jobs out there, and continue to apply if you are looking for work.
Yeah, I think when you look at the reach, and it's over 15,000 jobs out here just in this Triad metro area.
All right, and so, you know, we sometimes hear from people, hey, there seem to be jobs open, but I'm applying and I'm not getting anywhere. So maybe both of you can kind of talk about that. Fred, maybe you tackle that one first.
Yeah, so a lot of times it really depends on the communication. So the way you're applying and what's on that resume could dictate on how you are receiving those responses, especially when you're filling out applications. It's real important to, based off your job experience and your skill sets, to tell those things according to the job announcement. It's really helpful, and I think to when you get past the application component and you're doing your interviews, don't practice those mock interviews, and we provide those services within our career centers to support that.
Yeah, because you may have not been on a job interview in, 10 years or so.
Exactly. So it's very important to really network and plug into these organizations.
Will, you got any thoughts on why people are thinking to themselves, hey, I'm applying and I'm not getting anywhere?
Yeah, well, they're actually right and true. So there is a systemic problem within employers of not getting back to their job applicants, and it's kind of like an abyss. So what they're feeling and going on is happening. Employers try their best, but they do not reach out to candidates to tell them no if they're not applying. And it's something that they need to work on. It's something that we consult them on a bunch. But your viewers are correct. They apply to jobs and don't hear from people, and it needs to fix on the other end.
Okay, and before we go, Fred, I want you to quickly talk about the people who don't even know that they want a vocation, but they're in line to get one this summer.
Yes, so Gifford Works is really partnering with the city of Greensboro to kick out the summer vacation jobs for youth between 16 to 24. And so we're reaching out to employers and those individuals, those youth who are looking for some employment through June to August. And so we're connecting them with career opportunities, whether it's permanent employment, summer employment, and just those occupational skills to help them build experience and connect to training.
All right, we appreciate both of your wisdom and your expertise on these subjects for sure. If you missed any of this, maybe you need to send it to someone who's looking for a job. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the 2 Wants to Know section of our website. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, look at that forecast.